Hello, this is Jack from Night Train Guitar. I'd like to tell you about our new course that's starting on the 4th of July. It's called Blues Beyond Boundaries, and it's about taking your pentatonic style of improvisation and expanding it into modal scales and expanding it into different styles of music just by adding the extra 2 notes to the pentatonic scale to make 7-note scales. It becomes more accessible to play other styles of music, whether it's more into jazz or more into rock, or it could be country. There's all kinds of different styles that come from blues. So blues is at the roots of lots of different styles, but just through the use of different modes, you end up having much more access to these different styles. The good thing about looking at it from a pentatonic perspective is that a lot of guitar players already know the pentatonic scales very well, and there's a way that you can use the 5 positions of the pentatonic scale as a basis to then go on and learn the modes, and you can just add these notes into the pentatonic shapes that you've already got, so you can quite quickly be playing all over the fretboard using the different modes. So modes are primarily major or minor. That's one way of looking at it, and at least you can start to base them in the major pentatonic or the minor pentatonic. So there's quite a strategic way that we can set you up with these modal scales. It's something that a lot of people imagine is a bit too complicated to get into, or they imagine it's a lot harder. You'd be surprised once you actually start to play modes, you realize that there's all kinds of runs and little licks that you can do in a mode that actually help you to generate a much wider array of phrasing, and even help you to play more intricate sounding things easier than it can even be in the pentatonic, because when you've got more notes in a position, it actually means that you can use different combinations of fingers and generate faster passages, or a kind of variation in your phrasing, that in a sense it can actually be a bit of a relief when you start to play modes. So you start to find all kinds of things that you can do that you could never dream of doing in pentatonic scales. So the way that we're going to run the course, it's just a 3-week course. And in the first week, we're going to concern ourselves mostly just with patterns. So just looking at mapping out the fretboard and playing, up and down scales, as well as playing scales up, across the neck, up and down the frets. So we're going to be just getting you to grips with the technical side of that. And then in the second session, we're going to look more deeply into what these different scales actually offer musically. So the note choice that you have, and the way that you might start to apply those modes and use them expressively, and all different ornamentations and things that are going to be more applicable within that mode, or made possible within that mode. And then in the third session, we're going to look at well-known songs that use these modes. So when we look at these different pieces, we'll say, right, well, this piece, you can use the Mixolydian, and you can use it because it's got, this particular chord change. And then you can expand your natural style of playing into that song by using that particular mode. So it has a stylistic application. That's the idea. So as I say, this course is really based at people who like to play blues, essentially, who are coming from a sort of blues background, or at least they like to play the pentatonic scale, and they like to use vibrato and bends and just all of the regular kind of hallmarks of electric guitar. That's it for now. Hope to see you on the 4th of July when this course starts.